Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to December 19th edition of Amateur Radio Doors Global Daily Newswire. My name is Luis, Hotel Bravo 9, Hotel Juliet Uniform, from Kloten in Switzerland. We have aimed this edition of Amateur Radio Doors Global Daily Newswire at keeping amateur radio operators and enthusiasts updated on recent events related to amateur radio, cybersecurity, space weather, general space news, and global geopolitics. If you're listening to the audio version of this wire through YouTube, please like and subscribe. Your support helps us move forward with our purpose. And now let's move right away with amateur radio news. WRC 23 concludes with wins for amateur radio. The 2023 World Radio Communications Conference, WRC 23, ended successfully for amateur radio, securing important decisions and future agenda items. And with that, we're now moving away from amateur radio and on to cybersecurity news. Russian group exploits JetBrains Team City servers. Russian threat actors, including APT29 and Cozy Bear, have been exploiting JetBrains Team City server vulnerabilities since September 2023, impacting the medical and financial sectors. Delta Dental of California experienced a data breach affecting nearly 7 million people, involving a compromise in moved file transfer software. With that, we're now moving to space weather. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to your space weather update for December 19th, 2023. Let's dive into the current conditions affecting our skies and what they mean for amateur radio enthusiasts. Today, the sun has been relatively calm with low levels of solar activity observed. The most significant event was a C6 solar flare from region 3528. Overall, the solar surface remained relatively subdued. There are currently 9 number sunspot regions on the disk. Looking ahead, experts predict that solar activity will continue to be low, with a chance for M-class flares on December 19th, and a slight chance for M-class flares on the 20th and 21st. Turning to geomagnetic activity, we've experienced some turbulence due to a coronal mass ejection CME impacting the Earth's magnetic field. This CME has pushed geomagnetic levels to significant storm status. The solar wind has been gusty, reaching speeds up to 581 kilometers per second, and the total interplanetary magnetic field EMF peaked at 13 nt. In the realm of electrons, those greater than 2 megaelectronvolts at geosynchronous orbit reached a peak level of 102 PFU. So what does this mean for our amateur radio operators? The increased geomagnetic activity might cause disruptions, especially on higher frequency bands. If you're operating on the HF band, you might find more stable conditions on the lower bands, such as 160 meters and 80 meters. Those dabbling in VHF might notice a sporadic E-propagation due to these unsettled conditions. These weather conditions are dynamic and can change, so we recommend staying updated with real-time space weather information. That's all for your space weather update. Stay tuned for more updates through spaceweatherlive.com, and good luck with your amateur radio endeavors. And with that, we're now moving to general space news. Blue Origin's New Shepard set for mission NS-24. Blue Origin's New Shepard is set to launch on December 19th, 2023 with 33 science payloads. Yesterday we had the launch of SpaceX SIS-34 Starlink group, and the launch went flawlessly. And with that, we're now moving to global geopolitics. UN experts expressed concern over Navalny's disappearance. UN Special Rapporteur Marina Katsarova raised concern about the unknown whereabouts of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny, highlighting it as a case of enforced disappearance. Inflation and geopolitics threaten global economic stability. Standard Chartered predict a slow global GDP growth due to inflation and geopolitical tensions, emphasizing the potential risks this factor pose to a stable global economy. Signs of hope in Haiti. The President of the UN General Assembly, Denis Francis, observed signs of resilience in Haiti despite its ongoing crisis, emphasizing the potential for positive change in the country. Finally, Australian defense in a turbulent global order. Australia faces challenges amidst a deteriorating global security order, underscoring the need for strategic defense planning and execution. And with that, we have finished the global geopolitics section of this wire. And now I'm reminding you that this wire is transmitted via JS8 call primary transmission frequency on 40 meters at 2100 UTC. If you want to, you can request this wire to be sent to your Winlink mailbox at sending an email at ARO-WINLINKNET at winlink.org. That's ARO Alpha Romeo Oscar Whiskey November Lima Kilo November Echo Tango at winlink.org. Please forward this daily newswire to other operators if you find it helpful. Again, this has been Luis Santiago signing off from Kloten, Zuerich, Switzerland. Thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of your day.